Hello and welcome to the Burning Bush podcast. It's the real deal, focusing on social commentary, innovation, faith, and community. I'm Tarana Granston, and today I'm calling to the front of the class all the Cunumunus. Cunumunu. When last did you hear that word? If you're not familiar, a Cunumunu is a West Indian word of Yoruba origin, meaning a silly or foolish person, a simpleton, an idiot. I'm therefore here to announce Cunumunu. If you don't get sense, you will get sentence. In this week's podcast, we're tackling a topic that might make you chuckle, groan, or both common sense. Or rather, the shocking realization that common sense isn't always so common. So let's get right into it. You know, common sense is one of those things we all assume people have, like a universal remote or a basic understanding of how to use a fork. Yet every day it seems like we're encountering scenarios that make us question if common sense is really that common after all. Let's start with the basics. What is common sense? According to the dictionary, it's sound judgment based on a simple perception of the situation or facts. Sounds straightforward, right? But apparently, there's a whole league of kunamunus out there who missed that memo. Let's talk about the classic "what were you thinking" moments, especially on social media. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for sharing pictures of your vacation. But do you really need to broadcast your exact location while you're away? Common sense says, hey, safety first. Maybe wait until you get back to post those pics. But apparently, some folks think the entire world is their personal audience. Cunumunu. And then there's the classic leave the keys in the ignition move. I once saw someone get out of their car, leave the keys in the ignition, and then run inside for a quick bite. They returned to find a parking ticket for illegal parking on their own driveway. Common sense says you shouldn't leave your car unattended with the keys in it. But hey, it's 2024. Who needs security when you have faith in humanity? Then we have the person who puts their phone in their pocket without locking it. I mean, I get it. It's a beautiful day, you're feeling free, and you just want to slip that phone away. But then your phone starts dialing random numbers. Congratulations! You've just had a very intimate conversation with a customer service rep from a company you don't even know. Common sense says locking your phone would be a good idea. But where's the fun in that? And then there's the infamous I'm going to text and drive, but I'll be super careful approach. For this one, let me tell you, I'm guilty as charged. Because of course, those 30 seconds of texting are way more important than the safety of everyone on the road, right? Wrong. I've seen people do this while their car is swerving like a roller coaster. Do they think their car has built-in autopilot for texting emergencies? Cunumunu? Now let's be honest. We've all had our moments where common sense took a little vacation. Like the time you thought it would be a good idea to assemble IKEA furniture without the instructions, only to realize halfway through it as a matter of fact, that you've created a modern art piece instead of a bookshelf. Or when you try to fix something around the house and end up calling a professional because your do-it-yourself job turned into a do-it-yourself disaster. Just last week, I experienced that. But here's the thing. While we can laugh about these situations, they do remind us of an important lesson. common sense isn't always that common, but it's something we can all strive to use more. After all, we don't want our everyday lives to turn into a sitcom of unintentional hilarity, right? So the next time you're tempted to make a questionable decision, just take a second to ask yourself, is this common sense or just a hilarious lapse in judgment? And if it turns out to be the latter, remember you're not alone. We've all been there. Whether for love or money and everything in between, at some point in our lives we've all behaved like a Cunumunu, putting common sense on pause. But here's a friendly reminder. If you don't get sense, you will get sentence. As the Jamaicans would say, God call fool, him not keep them. This has been the Burning Bush podcast focusing on social commentary, innovation, faith, and community. Heard exclusively on our Carib Quest Media and Alive to Purpose Facebook pages and YouTube channels. If you want to hear more content like this at your convenience, then like, share, follow, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Tarana Granston. Until next time, keep your sense of humor sharp and your common sense sharper.